Good morning and welcome to the Wake Up Hex show. We are always here for you. We will always be on time, present, and we'll always stick to you no matter what. Just like that chewing gum on the bottom of your shoes when you go off into the sunset to a better life, to a better world, or even to a show in Las Vegas. We will always be here for you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is that your opening soliloquy? May I speak now?
Yes, you may.
Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Cryptomatic is in Vegas, reporting to us live
Yes.
on the strip. What's the weather like, DJ Cryptomatic?
Live from Las motherfucking Vegas. But you see, it's still dark here, so the weather is still cool and fresh. And
Right.
yeah, no, I'm totally faking it.
Well, actually, this entire show has been pre-recorded, so we end on time, so we can turn the mic over to
I'm
those
more like in
in
this
our
area.
community that are reporting truly directly from Las Vegas. Blue Bum
Yeah.
and Sammy Chica will be delivering their 2 cents directly from the strip. So tune
Yes.
in immediately after this program.
Stay tuned on the Discourse Syndicate channel. That's where it's happening.
So, good morning, chat. How are you, everybody? Is anybody connecting in from Vegas? Maybe is anybody on the golf course? Let us know. We are eager to hear from you. What's happening there? Like a like a lifeline to the event.
I've seen some pictures. People are twerking on the golf course.
We're gonna
They
look
are
at those. Yeah.
walking around in flip-flops on the golf course. Like, I thought there are standards on the golf course, but I guess
They're
not.
waiting in
those
line.
Not in Vegas,
to tee
huh?
off.
If you're rich enough, you don't have to follow
Yeah,
the
right.
standards.
That's true.
Let's see who's in the chat. SE, oi oi, good morning. Your excellence. Look, SE stayed at home as well. I stayed at home because they won't let me in. Sad face. Sandy Beach in the house with, what is that? A beach. Okay, it's a beach. Wow, super small. Can I zoom in on that somehow? I don't think I can zoom in on chats, right? No. Everybody, you have to squint your eyes. Andre369, Crypto Gains Club, Orion, T-Bird, Nas Hex. Good morning, all.
I got a question.
Live long
Wait,
and
I got a
prosper,
question.
you all.
I got a question to the chat. Do you really get any validation when Das Bomb says your screen name or not? Is it worth his time and yours to listen to him say your name? You go, oh, I feel validated today. Is it like
I
that
think
for
so,
you?
yes.
I'm
I think
curious.
Yes, it
I
is.
think so.
Also, it's
No,
just
for you,
a
yes.
friendly,
For them,
common
I wanna
thing to do. No,
Kinda
it's good.
yes
You
is
just
not
say hello
no.
to everybody who is coming in. I mean,
Hello to
probably
everybody
you
that's
won't do
coming
that
in.
for
Blanket, done,
10,000
finished,
people.
People
efficient.
riding with
know?
us in a bear market. It's important.
Yep.
And
Hello,
look, and then people
fuckers.
realize
Yeah.
very important things in the chat when I don't want to miss anything. Like, look, Labia is back.
I never got that joke anyways.
Because you never got it.
Always
Get it?
sometime. Don't make promises you can't keep.
Maybe. Oops.
See, calling you out. Das Tardy.
I'm going next year to Vegas. I have FOMO so bad.
Yeah, I have to go again too next year. Next year. Das Baum
T-Bird
next
says-
year we go.
Yeah, we got a veteran here. Yeah, he already was in Vegas, right?
Yeah, Wales too. I was there once.
Yeah, but Wales.
Wales was last year. He's the OG Hex Vegas.
Yeah, they're the one that counts. Not
Wales
the ones
doesn't
that-
count because he's anonymous. He's
Yeah, of
not even
course,
a real
yours
person.
is
He's
the
just
one
a
that
flying
counts.
skull.
Flying skull of Vegas.
Oh,
Anyways.
hello, Crypto Gains Club
Only
369.
when you're golfing, DJ.
Oh, the cloves. Okay. All right.
So in the free time, you can roam around as you want.
As you
Makes
wish.
sense. Yeah.
Not
Also-
in Germany. Just saying.
In the beginning, they weren't even golfing. They were shooting cannons with golf balls. That
Oh
doesn't
my
count as
God.
golfing.
Well, people having fun. That's good.
Dougie, Nom Nom, Ian, Alan, as always. Validate me, das Daddy. I am your sugar daddy.
This is great. Orion says, Papa, for me, it's an IQ test as to whether or not Das Bum can pronounce my name correctly. If he fails, I'll call him Das Bum.
Look at that.
Welcome.
I'm gonna get one of those like microphones in the near future that have the ears, and then I can ASMR whisper into the microphone and be like, ah.
You need a better microphone for ASMR.
So the city in the background with the castle. Is this Germany, Heidelberg, DJ?
Yes, sir.
Is this in Heidelberg?
Absolutely. This is Heidelberg. This is back when the rivers still had water.
Oh.
Yeah, Heidelberg Castle. It's very nice. Very nice.
Now what does the river have?
Less water, much less.
Oh.
Yeah. It's terrible. But it's coming back.
Look at that. You're being memed, Papa. You don't want to say hello to the chat, but the chat still says hello to you.
I called out Crypto Games
So
Club
much
369 with the 369. Thank you.
When Pulse Chain says, my body is breaking down at work quicker when the devs can develop this thing, lol. Oof. Try to get a job that doesn't kill you or improve your work, because you shouldn't be expecting this thing to come out at all. Like, you shouldn't bet your life, I don't know how old you are, but betting that you can stop working just because you invested into something doesn't seem like a smart thing to do for me.
Oh, now you tell us.
Yeah.
That's financial advice,
Like, you
Bomb.
should
I intend to spend everything into Hex.
You should. I mean, all for you. If it works out, it's more power to you, but I wouldn't bet on it.
I'm still at work.
It's like
Yes.
it's like going. Yeah, most of the people are still working. I mean, look, Dollar Cost Crypto is working his ass off. Kinetics is working his ass. He stopped his previous job and is now working even more than he worked before. Like, the moment he came into Hex and realized what it can do for him, he started working more, not less.
Let me tell you the way to do things in a duality following Richard Hart. Number 1, Richard Hart products and projects. Very nice. Richard Hart top calls and bottom calls for Bitcoin. Oh, so juicy. I enjoyed the bottom call, then the top call. Listen to Richard. Maybe take his advice. Maybe take his calls. Maybe have enough of a nest egg to ride out the next freaking bear market and let that juicy Hex just keep growing. Thank you. Listen to it when he calls the bottom next time, people. Oh, yeah, we like those juicy bottoms, Alan, I know.
Yeah, and he still didn't do it.
Oh,
So much room to dump.
Oh,
you get more hellos.
hello,
you got
Crypto Drone.
You got a few hellos. People
did?
like the hellos. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. I see Alan and Nom Nom and George Taco and Sandy Beach and T-Bird. Oh, my wonderful people that are on the chat.
I'll always work anyway, even if I make 10 million. But maybe then I can take a day off when my back hurts. That sounds reasonable. Yeah, juicy bottoms.
Oh, yeah.
The validation from the old guy is even more valuable than the validation from me. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandy Beach says that her day is complete now. So, love it. And Runeskis, is that a new person here? Do we know Runeskis? Hello, Runeskis.
Welcome, Papa. I hear sarcasm in your voice. Lol. Hello, Papa. Papa is only sarcasm. No, he must be new, because otherwise he knew. He would have known.
Well, hello, Runeskis, and welcome to the shoe.
Yeah. We are going to look at what we have so far, live from Vegas.
Yes.
From the event. Let's have a look.
Oh, Runsky says he or she is not new. Unhappy face. Sorry about that. But aren't we all new?
Oh. Maybe you just didn't comment, so we didn't see your name. But you
Yeah.
were always there, always in the background, cheering for us.
Did you ever hit enter on your chat posts? Maybe you were just yelling at the screen until now.
Let's have a quick hello from our captain. Captain, my captain.
Hexicans! Vegas. Should be there in probably about an hour now. Just hanging out on the highway here. Can't wait to meet all of you guys that I haven't met before and then see some old friends. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see you guys in a few. Catch you at the golf course.
That's irresponsible driving, people. Do not look down like this. Keep eyes on the road. Both hands on the wheel. No streaming from your cars like this. Look at him. He's now frozen looking at the camera like a true boomer. So he is going to wreck himself and hurt others in the process. So please do not do this at home.
It looks like a heavy-duty SUV.
Yes, because
he was probably on a trailer, Papa. So he's not actually driving, but he has his Lambo, and the Lambo is on a trailer. And the trailer is being driven by another truck.
Yes, driven.
Driven.
Droven. But anyway, the headroom is not conducive to a Lambo, so you failed.
Ahoy, Hexican!
Okay, no repeats.
All right, hole 10, Power City sponsor. Let's go. And there's the pin. All right.
Oh, Papa didn't see it yet, I guess.
I saw it on the tweets, but not on the video. It's
if
much
you
better
hit Richard Hart in the gooch, Casey said he'd give everybody 20 grand.
In the what?
hit him in the gooch.
In the gooch.
Yeah.
In the gooch, yes. Probably the taint.
So there's people just standing there with giant cannons and like.
Yeah, you can't hit the Red Bull can from behind, so the gooch would have to then be the taint. If you can get that, 20 grand. Beautiful.
It's impressive how they keep the grass so green, like it's over 40 degrees heat wave.
What do you mean green? Look at that
grass.
It
looks like
it shows, but still, I mean, wow.
They're probably putting a lot of money into it.
In light of PulseCon and all this nonsense, let's divert the conversation to where it needs to go. Let's talk about Pulse Chain for a little bit. It seems like people within the community forget why Pulse Chain even became an idea. So for those of you that don't remember, it's because of Hex that Pulse Chain is even being made. Period. It is not for crypto market. It is not for anything else outside of Hex. In case anybody has seemed to have forgotten that. If it wouldn't be for Hex, nobody would give it, like there would be no Pulse Chain. It wouldn't be a requirement. There would be no need for it. So when you see these so-called influencers spouting that narrative, and that narrative being don't make Pulse Chain about Hex or Richard Hart, you got to be careful about people like that because they clearly don't get what the hell's going on. Pro tip. And that's really all I have.
Very true. But how did we get from this to this roll-up poster here?
Because there's a lot of liars in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
That's why.
Mm.
They portray an image and then they portray another. And what happens is the social media is so fragmented in time that if you're not watching who's saying what all the time, you think everybody's on the same page, but they're not.
Yeah.
Can you roll back to that last picture for a second there? I got a question. How is it that the Hex logo, which is the second on the top row from the left, how can that be a sponsor? It's not a company. It didn't give no money. What's going on? The contract became a sponsor?
My question is, if there are actually sponsors, why did anybody have to pay to go?
There you go.
Clearly nobody's a fucking sponsor. Next.
Right on. Fascinating.
Hey everyone, this is a Wild SJ coming at you live from the Pulse Masters Golf Tournament. It is fantastic. It has been just an amazing morning full of meeting other people. We had Freddie Quotes out there doing a music video. And I just wanted to give a huge shout out. Oh shit, it's the captain! So huge shout out to Black Hexican for all of the work she put in, everything that she's done. This is really a top-notch event, and I'm really excited to be here. Looking forward to the rest of the week, and hope y'all are doing well. Bye.
Same floor. It's still at the event. So now let's discuss this.
The flip-flops, yes.
The flip-flops and the height issues here.
Wait a minute.
It has.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yes. Wait a minute. What?
RG3 he claims to be 5'10". So I guess the rest of the guys are very tall. Or the gentleman in the foreground is about his height, but he's in the foreground, you think? What do you think? He's also
Who's
on his...
the gentleman on the
tiptoe.
left? Is that DJ
Yes.
Nom Nom or?
I think you shouldn't be studying dudes like that. That's what I think. I think we should move on to the next picture.
We're keeping
okay.
above the waistline, man.
Keeper Cave gave me a shout out in his last video. That was cool.
Oh, he's standing on his toes. Yep, you cut that too, Finberg.
Was Gerardo's? He cut his hair then. He had the crazy long hair, didn't he?
Well, he's tucked it under.
Under the cap.
Everybody's got to tuck under, if you know what I mean.
No, DJ Nom Nom is in the chat. He can't be in Vegas.
So did RG3 just give you his like personal like role to show on the show today? He's like in every fucking shot. You have like a thing for him, or what's the deal?
That's just coincidental because of Twitter, what it shows me from the event. These are apparently the most seen pictures from the event. Because that's what Twitter gave me. And I mean, I'm just sitting here the whole thing and looking at it like this. But yeah, apparently that's what's up. That's what's up over there. It's the golf tournament. That's what's happening. And then we will know what's else happening tomorrow, I guess. I don't know what time is it over there actually in America. I don't know. Probably
Oh,
already
Gary and K4K
right?
are tall, says Sandy Beach.
Yeah, they are.
So, yeah. Well, there is a... Now, hold on a second. Richard will be speaking on not a panel, but he'll have his keynote piped in on the 8th. It shows on my calendar. So is that the 7th in the United States?
Timeanddate.com World Clock Vegas. So Vegas, it's currently Tuesday 7 a.m. apparently.
Yeah, but your calculation has no bearing on when Richard will actually be keynoting. So can you find out?
It's on day 2 of the conference.
Right. At what time of day on Vegas time?
Midish
May.
Midish day. So let's make it 7 o'clock in the morning.
So it's in another six hours or so, or what? 6 to 7 hours
from now. No.
Yeah.
No, I think
at 3:30. That we got
another
someone
day.
knowledgeable. King Leo, thank you very much. 7th tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
7th is today. Oh no, 7th tomorrow. Okay, that's
Yes.
another 24 plus 8 hours. So
Exactly.
30 hours away.
Okay.
So it's tomorrow evening, Central European time. At night.
Tomorrow evening, Central
Yeah.
European time. That's my day after tomorrow morning, then.
Yes. Damn time zone.
I freaking love being ahead of you guys.
I can't wait
See
till
the
we all move to
future.
Hexaco and then we're all in the same time zone.
When we
can't wait
go
for
to
that.
Hexaco, I demand that our time zone. I mean, if India can have a half an hour, we're gonna have a 45 minutes.
Let's
So
talk
people have to
about that.
calculate special for Hexaco.
I don't think you have to move to Hexaco to actually
No.
be a beneficiary. Like for states that are just an economic extra zone in one of the other states, you don't actually have to live there your whole year. Even for a normal country, the minimum is usually 6 months. So as long as you stay for 6 months in a country and you have your primary economic center of living in that country, you're taxed there. But for the economic zones, it can be as little as just like 2-3 weeks per year. So
Now,
you
the
can
true
be
an-
anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, well, no, not if you're a U.S. citizen. If it's
Yeah,
global
okay,
taxation,
that's
you
the
don't have to worry.
exception.
But
That's the exception.
the key is to have your LLC or your your C corp or S corp registered with an office within the trade zone or the zone of this country, and income from there is taxed in local rates. And then you are a beneficiary of some kind of dividends, or you're an employee of that company under a trust, or the trust itself is handled through the actual corp, and then you get some kind of multi-layered thing where you pay no taxes. And by the way, our government guys in the White House, of course, in Congress, all those fuckers do exactly that. So just remember, you don't have to evade taxes. You just have to play the fucking game. Whales only will disagree with me, but I'll tell you, play the game.
How could I disagree with you when I created MCA? Just
That's
because
right.
You don't,
I was
just
about to
because-
say it. He is playing
just
the
because
game
you don't
on a high
understand
level.
just because you don't understand the game I'm playing doesn't mean
I
I
was-
don't agree.
I
So,
was
we gotta
playing
play
right
fair.
into your trap, Mr. Whales.
Sure you were.
Your baleen was ready to sift me up like such krill, and I
No,
played right into it.
Just making a point.
Is MCA incorporated in America, or do you have?
Yeah, has to be.
Yeah, okay, has to be.
Otherwise, it doesn't exist.
What about daughter branches, like for you or Australia?
What?
Do you have to
Daughter
incorporate
branches.
Commonwealth.
Not
in
brunches.
Europe to
If
be
there's,
able
if
to?
there's a physical presence, yes. If there's not a physical presence, no.
Okay. So that's okay. So it counts as
There's a difference between conducting business in a jurisdiction and having
Yeah.
a physical presence in a jurisdiction.
as long as you're in a country that is allowed to do trade
Correct.
and commerce with America, you can technically still be part of MCA with some finessing.
I mean,
and
that
going.
depends on where you live. It's just not that straightforward of an answer. And
Yeah.
these are the kinds of things that people. This is why I say don't talk about this
But it's
stuff
possible. That's what I
online.
wanted to. Yeah.
It might or might not be. It depends where you live. Every country is different. Every country is unique. Everything is not the same. This is why I advise people all the time. Don't talk about this stuff on a stream because nobody knows anything and it's on purpose. It's designed to be that way. So, you could say
Almost
one
forgot.
thing. You could say one thing that applies to Germany, right? And then people in Austria might think it applies to just because they're next door, but it doesn't because it's two
No.
completely different books.
Yes.
And that's what people have to understand. This is why we cannot talk about these items. And, people love to, but good luck.
Before you commit, do your own due diligence, find your own way, and then do your own thing. Period. Yes. And find an attorney that'll stand up for you in case the shit hits the fan.
Yeah, good luck with that one because they don't get paid to do that. And this is what people don't understand. This is why having your T's crossed and your I's dotted ahead of time is the winning strategy. Not depending on some third party when you don't even know what the hell's going on. And this is where me and Papa begin to diverge and disagree. Because we have to play the game, but if we're gonna play the game, we gotta play it the right way. You motherfuckers. Sorry. Everybody's just doing the YMCA now.
You know what?
Village people. I'm the Indian guy. I'm the Indian guy.
You know why he likes the word diverge so much? Because the V and the diverging is like swimming because he's a whale.
No, he likes the V for a different reason.
Yes, that and I was gonna say because it reminds me of labia chair.
That's right, labia chair.
The
Plus
labia
one to
chair
labia
reminds me of
chair.
divergence.
Flying labia
That's
chairs.
right. I like that. The catcher's mitt of love.
So what are we doing? Are we talking about goofy Vegas pictures, or are we talking about pulse chain and shiny object syndrome?
Shiny objects.
We're
Give
talking
me
about-
shiny.
You want that drama? Huh?
Hey, I'm liking that. What do you
Shiny
hear? What do you
object?
say about shiny objects?
No, I'm with Johnny Chaos on this one. Like, okay, Hadron is cool, Icosa is cool, because they all, kind of intertwined with Hex. But
Let me stop you right there. When it comes to derivatives, nobody in this community should be talking about them outside of myself. Period. Nobody understands them. If they did, they wouldn't be saying anything of the like at all. Because Hedron does not exist without Hex. So what shiny new object are we fucking talking about exactly?
That's right.
One is a subset of another. That is strictly it. There's
all the
no more
others.
to it. There's no more. All the others are irrelevant. I'm talking about Hedron because I know exactly
I'm
what
not
you're
talking about
talking
Hedron.
Well, this is my point. Derivative is a derivative is a derivative. You can't call whatever you want a derivative. It's either a derivative, which is what Hedron is, or it's not. What Maxi and the rest are, they're not derivatives. They're receipts of claim on Hex. So this is when I just start talking and nobody understands what the fuck I'm saying because everybody just likes to talk without knowing. And this,
I like to talk without knowing. Here I go.
this is why people get wrecked. All the people that didn't buy that bottom in Hedron because they thought they knew what the fuck they was doing, I bet they're sour as fuck, which is why they're talking shit now.
Man, when
I didn't
meet
buy
you
it.
in person, I will kiss your feet for that bottom call.
Yeah, whatever. Point is, learn how to do your fucking homework. Learn how to do your
What-
homework.
what
It's
it-
not that hard.
What are you gonna tell me though? I didn't buy it.
Nothing.
Yeah,
That's your
me
problem,
neither.
bro. It ain't my problem. Yo, fuck if
Me
you didn't buy
neither.
it. That's the whole point of being a sovereign entity. But the fact of the matter is that as a streamer, as a person that's being a conduit of information, your ass better be given the right information or I'm going to do this. Otherwise, I'm not saying anything. Have you guys not figured that out yet?
On behalf of a grateful community, thank you for your bottom call. I profited from it. Well, virtually anyway, on paper.
I like
Considerably.
booty calls.
Booty calls.
Calls.
Bottom calls.
Yo, we should stop. That's the new
I
name
shouldn't
for
have-
bottom calls.
Give me a
I
booty
run
call.
all my memes
I
before
called the
because
booty.
this is the real bottom call.
That's the bottom call.
Please, I don't want to say in out of context, Wales, can you give me a booty call? That's not what I want in the
Yeah,
future.
this is we should do this. We should make this a thing from now on.
Yes, yes.
If you bought the bottom, you bought the booty.
booty call.
Yeah,
bought the
you
booty
got
call.
you made the booty
You
call.
heard it
and you bought
first.
the booty.
Yeah, so look, when you think about Hedron Hex, you need to think of you need
And allow him to Killjoy calls
No,
the
he-
top on the day.
I love it when Richard starts when he says hi. Richard Hart here
Yeah.
called the Bitcoin top on the day,
Can-
raised 27 million for fucking da da
Can
da
we,
da.
can we
All the
also,
largest diamond in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
world.
yeah. He starts
can we
going
also
into the
change
spill.
that? Can we also change calling the top to calling the tip?
Calling the
Then-
tip. I called the
dip.
gooch.
No, let's just change everything. Like,
Called the dip on a day.
I called
Well,
the
I
dip
called mid shaft.
today. You called
it's-
everything in between. You're welcome.
Nice.
Can I say one more fucked up thing?
no,
Yes.
get out
You
of here.
heard Nuggerbull, right? How he
No.
describes PulseCon. He said it's a buffet. He called it a buffet.
Shitcoin buffet.
a shitcoin buffet
Okay.
on all projects that haven't yet launched on Pulse Chain, so you have a chance to look at
Pulse Chain
them
hasn't
and
launched.
now hold on and
What's Pulse
get
Chain?
in on the bottom if you wish to do so. And then interlinking with that, the conversation that Johnny Chaos had on the FN Hangout, and I thought it was very brave of him to do that. That when people are now given a choice between investing in Hex or investing in all this other stuff, that it kind of the economic energy, which was before concentrated on Hex, now gets diffused by, is that a word? Into all
Yes.
these other potential avenues. And it may be hurting Hex, you know? So what's your take on that? I think is right.
everything you said
under
to
the
me-
umbrella of we bring an adoption to.
everything you said to me with the diffusion and dissolving and everything sounds to me like molecular kitchen, because it's a shitcoin buffet
Yes.
and it's all vaporware. That's why it's dissolving and flowing around.
Vaporware?
Vapor,
Wow,
like
now I have to explain
smoking.
the joke to you.
No. So in this sense, the V is truly pronounced with a V and not a W, like you would in
Yes.
Volkswagen.
Yes,
Volkswagen. That's Auto.
Das
Papa B,
Auto.
what do you think?
that's autumn.
I think that there is going to be an exponential amount of people having bright ideas, and without the actual launch of Pulse, they can only continue to kind of clog up the channel until eventually there's a burst of the pressure valve and Pulse Chain truly launches, and those that have the wherewithal to actually continue to launch and people get them all at once in their wallet in these huge airdrops and claims and disbursements, that's the point that we're going to see whether the wheat is separated from the chaff, so to speak. There's going to be
But
this
there's a new
huge
project
explosion.
coming out every day now, literally. It's a bit
Yes.
crazy.
Of course, you can just
Yes, yes. And as long as there are things that are sacrifices and pre-sale, whatever you want to call them, then you're going to always have this doubt cast on them. But there also are some things that are going to be shot out to all stakers and all sacrifice
Airdrops,
set.
yeah.
Airdrops are going to come, and the free money comes with this as well. So don't cast any shade on the people that are getting off their asses and doing things. I'm totally biased because I have something that's up and coming. I'll be socializing with you in October, but I assure you that mine is of the latter. It's not of the ilk of give me your money, take money from the Hex community and recirculate it through. That's not where we're at. What we're after is that free money drop, and if you believe in it, associate value to it, let the degen guys trade it up. That's better. That's fine. Let the degens trade it up somewhere else. Be a wise person in the Hex and Pulse community. Don't part from any of your assets that Richard created. Don't part from any of the dry powder that you could use to invest in the things that Richard created. That's my
Very
philosophy.
good. Very good. That is my point. And I hope we can kind of agree on this, that I don't mean to shit on anyone building something, but we must bang that point across like seriously hard. Make sure to have your hex bag in line. Make sure you have your stakes ready. Make sure you invest. And if you think you're set up okay, then go dabble and gamble in all these other things. But not before you. That must be the prime directive.
But
of
DJ
this
Crypto, DJ
Hexican
Cryptomatic
community.
though.
Sorry.
It's okay. Can you argue though that when Hedron was an IQ test and continues to be an IQ test, right? Alex created Hedron and purposely did not say that that staking was going to be a thing and Lycosa was going to be a thing for 6 months after the inception. And the idea was to shake out all those that would pay no attention and dump it on the market and say goodbye to it. But truly, debatably, it was a huge gift to all Hex stakers. And if they're using it wisely now for absolutely nothing other than the gas fees, they enjoyed a huge windfall. And that can be then recirculated back into Hex. Because you're getting those HSI stakes up for auction in about, 60 days, 67 days?
Yes.
So I think this is all beneficial stuff. And you can't say, well, Hedron was a great example of a success, and it was wonderful benefit to the community. Because you guys, a lot of you, no, you can't say it now if you didn't always say it from before, because a lot of people poo-pooed it, a lot of people dumped it, a lot of people paid it no never mind. A lot of people were charged with Alex's intelligence and then said, oh, it's crashing, I sold mine early, fuck you guys, I got the spike up. Well, little did you know.
Thank God that wasn't me. I was pushing
Exactly.
Hedron at the time it came out, but
Yes.
and promoting it actually. I remember we were on a stream there with Wales Only. I think we talked about it and made it a bit fun, but we also gave it the
Did you-
nod of approval. But I'm thinking right now it's just taken on a
I think
complete thing of its own with all these other projects, and I can't imagine Richard being happy about that. That's
I
like
think,
he doesn't
Did you
comment.
hear
but
Johnny's take on it?
yeah.
I think
Johnny
the
Chaos
issue.
take.
I think the issue is people are conflating utility with the market.
Ah.
Okay. And this is the problem that I have with everybody else that streams and talks about shit when they don't know what they're talking about. If it's a difference to talk about something you like, and there's a difference and how to invest or look at something or analyze something, right? Nobody really talks about how to look at something. I'm one of the few people that does. And people don't want to hear that shit. They want to be told what to do, how to do it. This is how it's done. To-dos, how-tos, and all this bullshit. So the bigger issue is that we don't want to accept the fact that the community is not what it was last year. It's not. Pulse chain fucked it all up, and I told y'all it was going to happen, and this is the end result. And it's not even as bad as it should be. Okay? So you got to sit there and look at the big picture. When did all this crap start going sideways? It was after Pulse chain. Everything that's gone non-hex is all post-Pulse chain launch announcement. All the full rules, all the scamming, all like we haven't had this much action until after that point in time. Never. So
Do you think it would have happened the same way if we would have
Pulse
had a
chain?
sacrifice and then after 2 months we would have launched?
Pulse chain is the whole issue. It's Pulse chain. Lower barrier to entry, lower barrier to understanding. People in this community at large do not know what crypto is anymore. This is why these other projects pass for crypto. You don't hear me talking about them, but people are still dumping millions into them. Free
Yeah,
willy
there's
nilly.
like
When that's not
5,
what we've ever talked
maybe
about
10
ever.
real cryptos left on the market, or ever were there to begin with.
I mean, it's hard to say, but the point is, we're speaking about Pulse Chain in our community and all the new coins that have popped up and what the hell is going on. And I'm telling y'all what's going on because I told y'all this was going to happen. This is all a function of Pulse Chain and people not understanding what they should be doing or what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, this is why Cryptomatic is saying people need to have their hex figured out first. That's why you're saying that. It's not for
This
any
is
other
what
reason.
Cryptomatic said. He said hex.
Hex. And comment to footsteps, yes or no, you need to make hex. You need to have
German
hex to
jokes
make an
only here.
HSI. Of course, it's a pumpamental for hex if that is how it's being used. I know that. And I'm nothing against Headrun. Talking about everything else.
I'm just I know, but this is why I'm talking about everything. Because Hedron is a part of that picture. Because Hedron came after too. So everything that happened after that is a function of Pulse chain. It doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with Hedron. Hedron has utility. And my point is, this is why, like within the community, I'm talking about within the community now, the streamers themselves need to do a better job of how they relate information. It's not about sounding like a cheerleader. It's about giving the facts. And everybody doesn't do that, bro. Most are fucking cheerleaders. And that's not adding value. And, anybody could be a fucking cheerleader, right? And I think that's the problem. We're not talking about first principles.
You can't get rid of it.
Well,
I'm going to say this. I said this in the past, and I will always say
but
this. There is the Pareto rule. You will always have 80% of bullshitters and 20% of people that actually do the work and share the actual knowledge.
I'm just giving y'all the why.
Whatever.
I'm giving y'all the why. That's all. Because that is the why. You create something that doesn't require any type of intelligence or grits, or doesn't put a wall up for you to grasp it. I mean, look at how many people just won't even bother buying Hex because it requires more than 2 steps. And look at how many of them got left behind. I mean, you got to realize life is a game of attrition. That's why there's a 1%. That's why there's a 0.1%. So this is what we're going to continue to see through time because everybody isn't you. Everybody isn't DOSBomb or Papa or me or Beard or whoever else. Right?
Beard's gone, by the way, so take him off the roster. Yeah.
But
come on, I wanted to hear his talk.
But you know what I'm saying?
His take on it.
Like the point is, it's hard to want to get people to want to learn something because people just want that quick flip. This is why there's so many people doing quote unquote illegal things to make fast money, quote unquote.
But what are we talking about for 3 years now? That this is not working.
Yeah, but that's
This is
that's
also
not
relevant, by the way. Did you read the comment?
for a community with delayed
Footsteps.
gratification. I can't understand. Yeah, me either.
Short
This is
time
why.
mindset on Hadron.
This is why I was the only one preaching Hedron this entire time. Only one. Only one. And I can say that. Who else? Very few.
Crypto Gymrat and
Man, I mean,
Sloth.
people that actually know what they're talking
Gymrat Crypto and
Gymrat
Sloth.
is new. He's just fucking learning. He don't count. I mean, people
That's
that
true.
people are gonna fucking listen to.
But he was talking about it. I mean,
That's
even
not-
if
bro, I'm talking
even
about-
if he got lucky, he still talked about
I'm
it.
talking
So
about dismissing it from a technical standpoint. Gymrat crypto is not technically knowledgeable.
Yes. Dorsey
So,
points
stop
out
that.
that Blue Bum was an evangelist for Hedron or from
Blue
day
Bum.
one.
Yeah, but he was in there when it was a project. I'm talking about people that are coming from an objective point of view. I'm not talking about cheerleaders. Once again, I was never a Hex cheerleader. People conflate talking about shit that works with motherfuckers that are cheerleading. I'm not out here cheerleading. I'm telling you, math, this, that, and the third. That's what I'm telling you. You just want to hear the shit you want to hear. That's your problem, not my problem, because I'm saying what's on record. You understand? Like, this is something as a streamer and as a viewer, people really got to work out because they're going to get led astray by their own minds because we project more than we want to accept. This is why I try to remain as, objective as possible, and it's difficult to do because we all want what we want, but it don't work.
What's Runeski's
your-
point?
yeah.
What's his point? What is this?
So
I hear you, Wells, but how is it that
it's-
there's yield being provided by Hedron as well now? It's almost a bait and switch. Nah, I don't view it that way. I don't know. I don't view it that way.
So there is an aspect though. It's the same that Johnny Chaos said that you can either buy Hex now or you buy Icosa Hadron to get the yield from those places. So whenever you can substitute a buy instead of going into the base layer, the base product,
Okay,
you're removing
Hex
buy
and Hedron,
into the
you can't even
secondary
make them the
derivative
same.
project.
It's not the same. It's just
Derivative.
not the same. The payout is not the same. The functionality is not the same. So you can't compare them. They're not apples to apples. The length of stake isn't even equivalent. So I just based on that, they're not the same, period. So you cannot call them apples to apples. Analytically, that is flawed and it's wrong.
Yeah,
Speaking of
but you still
flawed,
have the decision. I mean,
It doesn't
I think
matter
that's very true.
because
you
they serve
still
two different
remove
purposes.
buy pressure.
They serve two different purposes, and Hedron is obtained in more than just buying it from the market.
Yeah.
So you have optionality. All Hedron does is exist because the T-share does. It's important people understand that because the value of it is based on that. So right now, and really since the beginning, it's been undervalued. The market has to and it will rectify
Yes.
that. You
And
don't
also
have to
because
like
we
it.
were in overproduction. A lot of people undervalue this a lot.
Yeah.
We had 2 years of Hadron supply just sitting
Built
there
up.
being dumped on the market. People
right.
undervalue it. People don't know what they can do with it. And now people realizing, oh shit, it's actually gonna be rare in the future, like very slowly. And oh shit, it has use case. And oh shit, I actually sold too early. I sold the absolute bottom after a few months or so, instead of sitting on it for at least like 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years.
Right.
Like anybody who sold his billions of a new asset that is only a few months old and where the whole ecosystem with all the HSIs, all the background mechanics, all the yield in the back, all the future markets that can be created out of this,
Derived from that.
they're gonna wake up one day and be like, shit.
And that's what happened. It, just like they dumped it as soon as it launched, and look at them now. Now everybody's talking about Hedron like it never existed, like it just was launched.
It's not too late.
But here's the thing: what I want people to feel the pain on is their analytical inability. or their lack of ability to want to be analytical when they had to be. That's what I want people to learn. I'm not trying to rub nobody's face in nothing, because it traded all the way up to point, 5 zeros and a 7, and then it went all the way down to 18 cents per million. So from $7 at 18 cents per million, all the way back up to 6 and change per million, $6 and change per million. Now, everybody in Hex could have taken advantage of that and swapped all of that for more Hex. But no, everybody wants to be in their emotions and feel some type of way about some nonsense instead of understanding what's going on. Like, that was a value escape for those that have been staked from day one. But what did the market do? It mistreated it. It just, humans being human. That's all. So if humans don't learn how to interact with the market's going to reflect that. And that's all that we're always going to see. And this is why education is so important. It's not about who did what. It's about who did what and why. Because that's the only way you can succeed from the market. Because everybody isn't going to be able to just buy Hex and stake it. Like, we gotta be honest about that. Everybody isn't built like that. There are going to be people that are going to be able to stake for a year or less. And then maybe that's where Hedron comes in. And maybe from that, and Icosa, maybe from that, they can work their way up to a 3 fucking year stake with Hex or more. Right? So we got to learn how to look at the market. It's not about just doing what we want people to do, because that's not reality. This is why Hedron was such a major add-on, because it gives the market a lot more optionality that didn't exist before. This is why I never understood the FUD, regardless of supply. Because have we not learned anything from Hex? Clearly not. So nope. for people to be talking about that shit, it's a straight joke. Like, it's never mattered in Hex, and I've said that from day one, so why the hell would it matter in Hedron? I mean, you got to look at the big picture, always. You can't look at things independently until you understand the big picture. Because if the big picture doesn't make sense, then how can you really say that little element doesn't fit? Am I making sense? Like, when you're looking at a car, you don't know you got a bad hub or a bad axle until you put that joker on and ride with it. Does that make sense? Because you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. So that's the only way to find out.
But don't we know that Hex works after 3 years in, after 1,000 days
that's
in?
Not the question.
That's the big picture for you.
But that's not the question. The question is, how do we get more people into Hex? Because that's what everybody preaches to want to do, but I don't fucking see that. I honestly don't see that. Because you can't put a gun to somebody's head and say, hey, this Hex is the shit. Because that's not how it works.
Most of the streamers don't even
I've tried
stream anymore about Hex. That's what it feels like.
Well, whose fault is that? Who do you think is going to look stupid when Hex starts doing his 10Xs?
Yeah, people. Hex who came out of retirement, he's streaming about Hex.
Yes.
Huddle Dog, Crypto Coffee. There is now streamers converting to Hex and Pulse X.
Look, I see plenty of people.
They are starting to converting. They stopped talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and are like, I'm selling everything. I'm going all into the new ecosystem. There's one example that I know of.
All I'll tell y'all is learn from your past mistakes. That's really what it's about. That's really what I would like people to do, because Hedron, I never thought I would have seen that after Hex. That shit, to me, the fact that happened in this community did nothing but let me know that I wasted all my time. That's all it did for me. Trying to teach people and all this shit.
That's a bit hard on yourself.
No, it's
wasting.
It's
that there is a silent,
big group. Listen, I'm talking about from what I can see, Cryptomatic, not the silence. I get all that. Yeah. I'm talking about from what I can see.
You're talking about the noise.
Yeah, the noise is what lets us know, because we can see who's making the noise.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show how much people really respect you and what you have to say, because all the information I provided has been valid. And those that have listened have fully benefited from it. You see? So when I see others opting to stay broke in certain ways, is a matter of, if it's a function of disrespect or no respect at all to that individual that spent this time and effort trying to help others, and that's what I'm saying.
Wills calls all the booties, man. Keeps on doing it.
Hey man, I'll tell you what, I got an ex, she'll tell you it's true. Dead ass. She hates me for that shit. She's like, how do you see all
Human
these
Healer
asses?
says, if these staker coin keep coming out, there will be no hex left very soon. I don't think so.
What
People are
staker
locked in,
coin?
and the
Oh.
any
man.
secondary other staker coins, like
Human
you come
Healer,
out with a new
I
coin.
think you need to do more due diligence with respect to Hex, because those that understand Hex, they know there's nothing else worth buying, and everything
Wait.
else is really derived from it.
I
Go
think
ahead.
we misread that. I think that what they meant
I
was
don't get it.
it's taking up all the liquid hex and then putting it in the rocket ship and
Really?
sending them out. Yes.
If these staker coins
No
keep
hex
coming
meaning
out-
there
no
will be no
liquid
hex
hex
left
left
very
in the
soon.
market
Yeah,
very
yeah.
soon.
Okay. Sorry if I misread it. Human
Did I-
Healer.
Did I misread it?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I believe that's what Human Healer's talking about. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, we got a
yeah.
confirmation.
Yay!
Yay! So it's a positive. All these things that, like Maxi, that you collects a whole bunch and aggregates a lot and then shoots
I got
it
it.
out.
I got it.
Just
There's
gets
that's
defeated,
the
man.
hope. That's the hope. You know, that's the hope. Hopefully we keep seeing stuff like this come out. You know, because that's what it's about.
Never sell, only buy.
Then those
Now,
projects
I'm
get a pass.
still waiting on that exchange that Richard Hart is gonna do, where it only has a buy button for hex but no sell button.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Oh man, yeah, I'm working on one like that too. All right, only a buy button, no sell. Oh man, what was I gonna say? Look, I don't want y'all to get me twisted. That I get a lot of people appreciate everything I do and all that. I'm just saying it was sad to see so many in the community make that negative noise.
Yeah.
When we Hexicans experienced that ourselves, and I
We
got
should
here
know-
at the
should
and
know
we should
better.
know, and I got here at the tail end of it, and I didn't forget. You know, I didn't experience all those 2 full years like a lot of you guys.
But it's
So
like
this-
people forgot what
Yo.
happened in 2017 and
Buying
2018.
nothing.
They forgot everything, bro.
They forgot. And I'm in the space since that time, and I can tell you, I've been in decades of tens of projects, but Hex is the only one that has been working. So
Say it again.
it's true.
Preach.
Damn
It's
right.
true. It's the only one that has been working out of all.
Alan,
At
thank
one
you for the
time, I was in
$5.
invested in 70 different coins, and I can tell you,
70. Oof.
it's crazy.
That's a
And I
lot
can
of
tell you,
research you did there.
I'm a
Look
shitcoin
at this.
connoisseur.
Connoisseur. Yeah.
Look at this.
That transaction fee slower than this super chat. The
Sick
middleman
boy
D taste
connoisseur.
is strong.
Yo, but hold on. Isn't like everybody a
That's the point.
shitcoin connoisseur to a certain extent like that?
And I was not in BitConnect.
I wasn't a
Tell
big
you that.
connect. I knew that shit was
was
fugazi from
fake.
day one. I can claim that one. all
They
the
had a
way.
pyramid on their
Yeah.
website.
I remember when my cousin came to
How
me
much
about
more
it.
red flag do you
My
want?
cousin came to me about it. Must have been like on a run up. It was on the run up already to the top. It was 2017 Q4. I remember that. I asked him clearly and plainly, tell me how they make the interest, and I'll let you know if it's good or not. Never spoke to him again.
But
about
for
it.
me, this is very easily. I see a project coming on with a roadmap. I say, promise coin space, but that's what we should be
hold on.
teaching not to fall for in the hex
That-
space. Don't
yeah.
fall for it.
That's the thing. In 2017, 2018, that's all there was. Roadmaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all there was. Really, until Hex, there was nothing that was just completely done. Not even Moreno, none of them
Not even
coins.
Ethereum.
No,
Not even Ethereum.
not even Ave as far as
They
I
still
know.
have a roadmap.
Not
Yeah.
even Ave as far as I know. So all these things either are not complete, have admin keys, trade on exchanges, mainly all these funny things that deem them not a crypto. And we in Hex know full and well what that is, and that's not crypto. And here people within the community are creating things that are like that. And here are people within the community acquiescing and supporting things of that nature.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Just a moment, a comment from Footsteps. Way ahead of you, if you tuned in early to the stream, I pre-announced that Sammy and Blue Bum will be streaming directly from Vegas. We will adjourn 2 minutes early today, and we'll make sure that we do not overlap them. We'll direct everybody here. Our whopping viewer base will then migrate over to see Blue Bum and Sammy Chica from Vegas. It's a must. It's like a 2-part show, hand in hand, synchronized, like a true network.
Yes. And shameless plug, I'm live tonight on Twitch. Please come through if you want to hear some more angry DJ Hamster talk tonight on Twitch with the Disco joints. And next week I'm streaming on the French Hex channel in French. I think I've bitten more off than I can chew there, but I will try.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
En français.
So the last one, I gotta get my girlfriend on that one. My French girlfriend will like your French chat.
Oh yeah.
So does Bomb, is that girl in the background tied up? I think she has, I seek handcuffs on her. No.
Possible.
And you discovered my secret use for the chair. It's really just there to block.
You block her as she
block the view. I think there was someone else asking. I think that's gonna be the last thing though.
Yep, proof of beard only.
We have to get out now, right?
Your icon, really, you can do better than that. You could definitely make it dirty blonde. Emphasis on the dirty.
Dirty. No.
Okay.
What are you looking for, Mom?
There was some.
He's looking for the outro.
That
I could not
skipped.
find
Yeah,
a
but it's
meme.
time. Somebody was asking something about the chair.
And he says, sell my hex for Hedron. No, you stake your hex and you get Hedron free on the daily, completely free.
And then
Man,
you stake your Hedron free, and you get Icosa free.
Really
then you stake your Icosa free.
I really hope
Mic
that the
drop
people,
outro.
I really hope that the people that miss Hedron the first go around do their homework and learn what this thing is, because it's great for Hex. It is great for Hex, period. There is no negative externality.
Yeah, Hedron even
And
has a
on-time outro, please, for the love of God. Let's turn it back over to the guys in Las Vegas, or else it's going to be too late. Das Bomb, please.
Is it already time? We have 1 minute left.
If you guys wanna,
don't cut it so close for them.
If you guys want to learn how to grow a beard, you can get into my paid group. It's called growabeard.com. And you can just pay me, and then we hope together that you can grow a beard.
I like it.
You're hanging on for this, Das Bomb? Well done.
All proceeds
fucking
will
outro,
go
goddammit.
to buying Hex.
No, I was looking for this. And then I'm gonna search for the button. Okay, everybody say cheese and Vegas. Bye.
Jesus, hurry up.